Drake has made a living off of him as an artist and as an image.
Oh, like he didn't know.
I'm all for spending money on jackets if you've got it, cool. A turtleneck though. Welcome back, boys and girls, to another episode of That's Not News.
If you do like what you're seeing, make sure you hit subscribe, comment, and hit that bell. Thank you very much. Let's get on with the first story.
Now, all you millennials watching this video are probably pasting your whole lives on social media. We might think twice about doing it.
Pasting?
Yeah.
Pasting?
Now, all you millennials watching this video are probably hell-bent on posting your whole lives on social media. Well, you might think twice about doing it anymore now that
Jenny Ambuila,
however you want to pronounce it,
the 26-year-old influencer has been put under house arrest. Now, speaking of influencers, we do need to shout out Joe Tomlinson, who has been nominated a couple of weeks ago for the World Influencer of the Year award.
if you would like to vote for me in the Football Blogging Awards, Influencer of the Year. It's not world! Start saying it's world, bruv!
So this 26-year-old woman,
influencer,
has been posting loads of stuff on Instagram. Lamborghinis, we're talking Chanel shopping bags, apparently the latter being worth about $300,000.
Bit of an interesting one though, because her dad works as a customs officer at a Colombian port and is estimated to only earn about $3,000 a month.
How did she get the money? How do influencers really get paid? Most of them through brand deals, and she claimed that along with a load of her businesses,
Such as an ice cream shop.
is the reason that she can afford all of this nonsense.
All these flashy posts prompted investigators to look into it, and actually it found out that
Her daddy, well,
a dad who was on the Colombian port, he was taking millions of pounds of bribes so that he could let goods pass through the Colombian ports without paying tax on them.
so all of that money was being ferried across to her, and she was just living life.
shock. Influencers have been lying to you yet again.
Why are you hating on your trade? Now, the whole concept of posting your whole life on social media completely me off anyway, so I think this serves Jenny right.
If my dad was feeding me millions of pounds, I would.
you knew.
Yeah, if I knew it was all fake, there is no way in a million years any of that money is being shown on Instagram. No way.
What was you doing there? I thought he was going to say, there's absolutely no way I'd accept the money.
Oh, what do you mean? Of course. Hold on. Of course I'd accept the money. What are you talking about? If I knew it was fraud money, of course I'm taking it. What do you mean?
This is basically Dan Bilzerian in female form. Everybody loves the story of Dan Bilzerian. Oh, he made all his money playing poker. Nobody in the poker community's ever heard of him. His dad hid over $100 million from the authorities, went to jail and never paid it back. I wonder what happened with the money.
But his life is lit though.
To a level it's lit, to a level it's quite tragic.
So not only has she been placed under house arrest, her parents have now been imprisoned for corruption. So the real loser in the scenario is the mum, because the mum's not doing nothing.
By the way, thoughts on the,
I say great. Oh, that's what I'm saying.
what do you think at home? If you like the facial hair, if you can see the potential, hit us with a like. If you think I should save it off, hit us with a like.
Save it off. Save it off. Save it off.
So in this story,
I'm sure all of you have seen the video on the Unknown Vlogs about Drake's outfit.
Basically, this is a guy who goes out onto the streets usually and asks hype beasts and members of the public, how much is your outfit worth?
so he did the same with Drake and his entourage.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. But you know what?
World Influencer of the Year nominee.
Now, we have specifically decided not to watch this video and held back so that we can react to it in real time right now.
Well, I'm about to go out, so.
I wonder where he's going out. Probably not to Brixton Jam. I was at your after party on the weekend, Drake. You were nowhere to be seen, were you?
I'm dressed on my, proper team.
I just, before you even get into it, fam, you know when a man is wave gang, trust me, you have to appreciate the waves.
Custom Brioni.
Biryani.
I'm saying, see the name right there. Like, it's 11, I think.
Man's got Aubrey Graham on the inside of the jacket as well.
Turtleneck, Tom Ford. Like a rack. Oh, 2 racks.
Oh, like he didn't know.
I'm all for spending money on jackets if you've got it, cool. A turtleneck though.
Trousers, Tom Ford, a rack. Crocodile, Tom Ford Shoes, 15.
What's the obsession with Tom Ford, anyway?
He's a designer. What's wrong with you?
You know, I don't really have a problem with this. People will be battering him, and some people rightly so, others not. You know, everything is equivalent. Drake spending $2,000 on a turtleneck is like me going to Asda and buying a turtleneck. What's that?
Chain, custom progressive diamond link, Jason of Beverly Hills, like 200.
Now, I can see a case for what I've seen so far. I do agree with Joe that it's all relative to your income. I take that point on board. But 200 grand on a chain, that is just simply...
Richard Mille RM69 750.
Man's literally wearing a mortgage, more than a mortgage, he's wearing a London yard on his wrist.
This is all about his image. Drake has made a living off of him as an artist and as an image.
Image, you can't see it! You can't see the watch!
Sam Coffey mocks him for spending $750,000 when he wears counterfeit goods.
I ain't got anything against this. Like, I feel like if you've got the money there to spend it, bro.
£30, £40, something like that from H&M.
This was a tenner.
Depop, Nike, Air Max 97s with a Vapor Max sole. I think it was like £88.
Priceless, this. Mumsy bought me that back from Turkey.
Chinos, £38. Urban Outfitters.
Obviously, Giacomo, priceless, you feel me?
Nike sock pack, Chloe's grandparents' Christmas present.
Love that.
Priceless.
Priceless.
You must have seen me on TV by now, surely.
Haircut.
Mad.
Have you seen it yet? No, the TV ad? No. Have you not seen it? Should you play it?
When you gave away the love we gave you, you don't mind.
Hey!
You'll never stop.
Anyway, swiftly moving on to the final story of the day.
So we now have a list of the worst motivational quotes ever.
Obviously, these are popping up on white girls' timelines all the time.
So today, we have compiled across a number of social media platforms what we think is a list of the all-time worst motivational quotes. So let's kick it off. Only dead fish go with the flow.
Start where you are.
Oh, that's great, because I was actually thinking of starting at the finish line.
Expect nothing and you will never be disappointed.
So just constantly have the mental attitude that everything is going to go wrong. That's really going to keep me motivated.
I'll be honest, if you're expecting nothing, you need to sort your life out.
Yeah, listen to this now. This is a quote of mine. Hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Good from you, Sam Barrett.
Like it's a novel idea.
What do you mean?
Every day is a second chance.
I don't mind this one, you know. Every day is a second chance. Sam Coffey just came on.
necessarily.
Shut the up and let me talk.
Back in 2016, when I missed a penalty in the cup final of my football championships, then I could wake up the next morning and there'd be a second chance to take that penalty again? No, I missed it, we lost, and that's it, it's done.
You can only ever learn from your mistakes. So the next day, if he'd have practiced penalties for every minute of the day, maybe later in the season he'd have scored a penalty that meant something. So it is a second chance at redemption.
It was the end of the season, I was moving back to the UK.
Not my problem, mate.
The smarter you get, the less you speak.
This is definitely like one of those people who's like seen Richard Branson, and Richard Branson has probably said, I don't say much these days, and they've said, oh, he's really smart, you know.
I actually do believe this. I think less intelligent people pipe up a lot more, me included.
Although Drake did say it as well. The wisest man said nothing at all. That's a Drake lyric.
Oh, shut up.
If you give up, it means you never wanted it.
So what about a single parent who was chasing their dream, but actually they realised that it's time to not chase that dream anymore. They've got to pay to put food on the table for their kids, so they've got to get a more stable job. So if they give up, it means that they never wanted that job originally. No.
I actually agree with that. It's very difficult to juggle both if you're not given the right support.
Laugh with many, but don't trust any.
What a lovely way to live. By constantly living in fear that everyone else might stab you in the back.
Do not trust anyone. because
trust me now?
I do not. I don't trust anyone in this room. 100% after the Halloween prank.
Wait, is someone making the car?
Get in the car right now. Sav, I can just hear so many shouts, bro. Please, I'm begging you, just drive, Sav, man.
You're a snake, and I won't have it any other way.
And that's not news for another week. What a load of nonsense those stories were yet again.
If you did enjoy this, please hit the like button, hit subscribe,
Smack the bell.
comment what stories we should talk about in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks very much for watching.
We love you guys, so keep showing us love.